Hello, Instagram. How is everybody doing? If you're on the East Coast, you're probably cold and rainy, or cold and you're covered in snow. So when you jump on, come and tell me where you are watching from. We're going to have a little bit of fun today. We are going to, the other day when I shared cheered with you guys, that I cheered at the NFL and Super Bowl, you guys went nuts about just learning all about it. So this is going to be like massive. Ashley, hey. This is going to be question and answer about Super Bowl. So ask away all of your questions, anything you may have regarding being a cheerleader in the NFL or going to Super Bowl. Northern Virginia, oh, whereabouts? A.A. Parker. We actually, Pakistan, hello. We, when I was young, we actually moved to Waynesboro, Virginia for 5 years. New York, I know you guys have gotten some snow. It's been crazy. So ask away. This is going to be a super fun. I'll start talking about my journey of getting there. I have a Zoom at 1 o'clock, so I'm going to have to button it up and keep this pretty tight because I'm one that I get Arkansas. Hey, I love it. I am one that I get to talking and I just enjoy. Oh, Middleburg. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Alex, I love it. So I'm going to get to talking. Very little snow. Okay. My girlfriend, I got a couple of girls that are in Michigan, and then I've got a girlfriend who is in Maryland who they're like, oh my gosh, I'm dying. I'm like, oh no. Okay. So, if you've been watching my stories, you know I got some serious microneedling. I normally don't get this with microneedling, but I got it here and I got it on my nose. I was actually peeling really bad around my face, so my face is like lubed up, like Evelyn, hi, like no other. But the redness is a little bit less today. So as we talk all fun things, NFL and all the things, I'm going to show you guys how I covered this yesterday because Tom and I actually had an appointment and yesterday it was way worse. So I was like, how am I going to do this? But I am slicked up. I am like massively moisturized, but let me show you what I'm going to do. So this technique is called something called toning. And I'm trying to figure out a good time to go live, you guys. It's so hit or miss here. And like, I know, like, I'm hoping to hit people at like lunch hour or whatever, but I don't know. Let me know if there's other times that would be more convenient for me to go live. You guys let me know. Okay. So if you have any questions about me being an NFL cheerleader, bring them on. But toning. So I'm going to take this color, which is called June, and it is green. You can kind of see it's a little green based. It's going to help cut the redness. And then I'm going to take a bronzer. This is Bella. And I have put them on my hand with a little bit of this BB cream. If you saw my reel that I posted this morning, I absolutely love this stuff. It's from Remon. It looks very, very light. That's kind of what's on the top there. But it is so beautiful. It's almost like iridescent, but it gives your skin such a gorgeous glow. So I'm going to add all three of those colors together. What a lot of people don't realize is that makeup is like so much of a, like, I don't know. But look. It's going to do massively wonderful things for my skin because what we're going to do, even though I might look darker on my face because you can kind of see that bronzer where it didn't mix very well. Look at that, guys, already. Okay, so when people come and I color match them, I build them a customized palette based upon their skin tone, their hair color, their eye color. Look at this, you guys. All the things, okay? And when people come back and they're like, I'm just not getting the coverage that I need, I am like, wait, what? What? Because I have a hair, you guys, it's driving me nuts. Because, there it goes. I can cover all of this craziness. Look at that already. Like, mind blown, right? And I haven't even done anything but really just put these colors on. It's all about colors. So when you get color matched for me, I will do all of the hard part. And I might even ask you for like another photo just to confirm, because color, as you can see, is so important and so vital. But you guys, look, my face is already 100 times better. And I barely have any makeup on. So toning, especially if if you know anything about hair, it's kind of like overall toning is just, and I know a lot of people that have highlights like I do, your stylist might tone your hair, and that is just evening out the overall color. So that's all I did. So I took a green based highlight, which is this foundation. I mixed that with a little bit of bronzer, and that is to add that color in, so that, because why those like little bumps stick, oh, not bumps, but they're, it's actually blood, which is really hard to cover up. It's almost like a bruise, because it's so dark, you know what I mean? It brings it takes it from being stark white with a, you know, yeah, I'm like struggling here. So it's not like this. So you don't have this stark, dark, like comparison. So when you take and you tone, it's basically like doing like this and toning the area around so that you don't have that stark contrast of like dark and light. Does that make sense? It's kind of a complex thing to explain, but I'm just taking what was left over on my hand and just putting it on my neck. But look, already so much better. Right now, remember, I am nice and like lubed up. Now, I'm just going to kind of let that sit. Okay, we haven't even gotten into any of the NFL stuff. I haven't seen one single question come in, and you guys were spitting off questions the other day like crazy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep doing my makeup. You guys let me know. One of the best tricks also that you could ever do, if you have issues with under eye creasing, settling, or anything like that, take your moisturizer. I always use the Remon Balm. This is the best $25 you'll ever spend. Look, it's all the way down. Like, it didn't go up anymore. So I put it on my lips. I put it everywhere. But I would have to take my nail at this point because it's almost out. If you take a little bit of that and add it in with your concealer, make sure that whatever you use, whether it be an eye cream or whatever, has glycerin in it, because what it's going to do is actually really hydrate those under eyes, and it's going to be massively, like, it's going to almost fill in those fine lines and those wrinkles, so you don't have to worry about it as much. I know I've been using the back of my hand a lot, and it's because I really want to warm everything up because my skin is in the state that it is. And then you're just going to tap on the under eyes. Now, if you have a lot of darkness, then we'll be talking color correcting. I do a lot of color correcting for my under eyes before I was using this Korean skincare because I had horrible, horrible darkness. And again, when I build you your palette, you will be able to get that. So at any point during this, oh, let me tab that real quick. You can comment the word NFL, and I will send you links to everything. I haven't seen any questions, you guys. Y'all are quiet. And I'm going to have to get to it because I have to be on a Zoom. Okay, pen that. Comment NFL if you want any information for anything that I use today, in addition to my skincare, my all-in-one palette, all the things. Okay, so for those who are jumping on, you should have seen me before. I will post a before and after photo here in just a little bit as soon as we are done as well. Okay, so how did I get in the NFL? Funny enough, I was in college, and this is a little bit of a demi color corrector. These two little guys that you see here, these are amazing for color correcting anything that you might have, melasma, redness, whatever it may be, whatever your thing may be. And again, I will give you all of these recommendations. I know I look super shiny and all the things, but it's because I have so much packed on my face because I was peeling this morning. And if I was going to put on any makeup, I was going to really, really have to hydrate this face. Okay. So you can still kind of see, you know, the little places and from the micro needling, but nothing compared to it was. But I will show you. I'm just going to let that sit for a minute. I'm going to actually concentrate on my eyes a little bit while this is sitting. So I was in college, and, well, funny story, as I was in middle school, well, I grew up dancing, okay? So I grew up more in like a more conservative, traditional ballet background. So I'm going to take my brightening highlight, which is white peach, and I'm going to just wash out the discoloration from my lids. And I grew up competitively dancing, but you know, in high school, like the cool thing is to always, hey, Jana, be a cheerleader. So I was like, okay, well, I'll try out for the cheerleading squad. Well, I tried out almost every year in high school, and I never made it. Because if you think about it, a classically trained ballerina is going to look terrible trying to be a cheerleader, because, you know, we're like fluidic and graceful and all the things, whereas cheerleading is really, what's am I trying to say? Stiff. I mean, precise and all the things. So anyways, my college roommate was like, come on, let's go try out for the Panthers cheerleading squad. And I'm like, girl, I did not make it in high school. Why in the world would I go and think that I could do this in the NFL? And she's like, well, it's not really cheerleading. It's more dancing, but come on, let's go. Well, I was bartending at the time and waiting tables throughout college. That's how I paid my bills. And I was like, no, I don't think so. I've got a shift. And so lo and behold, she talks me into it. I got my shift covered, and she and I show up, and I look like the biggest fool. I have on black leotard, pink tights, hair back and bun, all the things. And everybody is looking at me like, she did not get the memo. Absolutely did not get the memo. Everybody else had this beautiful, big, voluminous hair, two-piece outfits on. Well, in my dance studio growing up, we weren't allowed to wear two pieces. Everything was one piece, and it was very conservative and very modest. That's how my mom liked it. And, you know, I appreciated it, because we would go to competitions and I'd be like, whoa, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with two-piece costumes or anything like that. It was just not the studio that I was raised in. So I stood out like a sore thumb, looked completely ridiculous. And lo and behold, my roommate did not make it. And so I was like, okay, let's pack up our stuff. Let's go home now. And the choreographer kind of shuffles over and is like, hey, can you come tomorrow in a two-piece outfit? And I'm like, no, I don't know that. And she's like, okay, well, we'd really like for you to come back tomorrow, but we need to see like your fitness level and things like that. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll be on my way. Long story short, I ended up making it. Cheered in the NFL for 2 seasons, and it was probably some of the best experience of my entire life. I did have an alumni go shopping with me and help me to pick out some stuff so I didn't look crazy. And it was great. Do y'all have any questions? So comment the word or comment NFL, and I will send you a link to all of the wonderful items that I am using today. I'm going to pop in this other little color corrector really quick. This is Y01, and it just does magnificent things for my skin. I'm not going to do like all the things because I don't want to move around this makeup too much because of the microneedling. Man, and I cannot find a clean, small brush. Do y'all have any questions about the NFL? Okay, so one of the most common questions that I would get, I'm going to use this tiny little brush because that's kind of what I'm going to do is go in and just spot treat. Just the ones that are sticking out to me. When I look in the mirror, like I see this little guy right here, and I see this little guy. But yet if I had gone in and tried to do this before putting color all over and before toning, I would have like little spots all over my face because there were so many of them, right? But this literally just makes them disappear. Watch. Let's see that guy? All right, that's just from microneedling. So I'm just going to touch them. I got some good ones over here. Watch. It's kind of crazy. And I know it's going to look a little spotty right now, but again, we're just going to let it sit. This is why I'm not going to do a ton of like contouring and stuff today, because I don't want to move. So when you have a very specific color that you are canceling out any type of discoloration, you want to make sure that you don't go in and like swirl it all around, because then all you've done is you've just moved that, you know, that color corrector. Y'all, my brain is not working today. So one of probably the most common questions that I got, and I am going to be using my beauty blender. I love this. If you've got mature skin, these things are next level. But as you can see, like with the color correcting that I have going on because of this micro needling, I just want to be super careful with where I'm placing everything. One of the most common questions that I got when cheering was, how much do you make as an NFL cheerleader? And back in the day, now remember this was 21 years ago, but I'm assuming it's probably still pretty close. And some girls I think have actually tried to like sue the NFL, but we made minimum wage, which was wild, right? Because even though they said it's a part-time job, between practices, staying on top of your health, because, you know, we were weighed in, your body fat percentages were checked, things of that nature. Like you had to maintain a very specific fitness level. And now that fitness level was dictated on your age, your height, your body fat percentage, and all that. So that was really good. I thought that was definitely more of like a healthier route, but we were weighed every week, and then you were weighed right before a game as well, which is, again, kind of wild. But you kind of go into it knowing, and I kind of heard that a couple of times, like, well, and I've heard that a lot on Instagram, which makes me kind of scratch my head a little bit. Like, well, you're kind of making yourself susceptible to mean or harsh comments by being on here. And I don't know. I just don't agree with that. But I think it costs nothing to be kind, and it's very easy to be kind. So I just won't ever understand that mentality. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and just barely tap so that we've got all that. Is that not crazy, you guys? If you were on here when I first started, you're like, wow, her skin looks completely different. Again, I'm keeping it super like really light and mild today because I have all of this going on with my so I got microneedling on Tuesday. Yes, so this is day 2, and I woke up this morning and I was peeling a lot around my mouth. So anytime you have peeling, this is the thing with cream makeup that's so wonderful, is that you can still wear it because it is so hydrating. If I were to try to put like a liquid, most of the time a liquid foundation is going to be water-based. So that water is going to evaporate during the day. And this is why I recommend cream makeup so much for mature skin, because it's so beautiful and it's such a natural look. You know, like it's just improved, right? It's just your skin, very natural. It looks great. It's just a little bit improved. And it's just beautiful. I do feel a little shiny, but you guys, it's because I literally slathered moisturizer on this morning. I'm trying to find a very lightweight brush. What else? Okay. Comment NFL if you want if you want links to anything that I've used today. Skincare, if you need a color match, anything like that. Also, if you have any questions regarding NFL cheerleading, ask away. That's what this was supposed to be. But you guys aren't asking a lot. Okay, so I'm just taking a little bit of the feather blotting dust, which I really like. Again, it's great for mature skin because it's not like super mattifying. It's still got a little bit of a shimmer, but it's not like a glitter shimmer. It's just, I love it. It's just a little bit to take away like the super shine, especially in the T-zone. But I have to be super careful because I got that microneedling done, you guys, and I was peeling this morning. So the fact, wow, what a difference when you know what you're doing. Yes, it is. It is a massive difference when you know what you're doing, and I can help you to learn what you're doing and learn and teach you how to apply for your skin. It's pretty amazing. Like, is that not insane? Like, if you looked at me now, if you weren't here in the very beginning of this live and you saw all the crazy stuff going on with my face, you probably wouldn't believe it. I will put a before and after photo in my stories. Every mature woman needs one of these. This one is from Elf. Saint has these as well, and I love them. I just grabbed this one. But this is it completely dry, and this is it puffed up. It should not be wet. It should not be soggy. You shouldn't be able to squeeze any water out of it. It should literally just be like super bouncy. Melinda. Hey, Karen. Hey, Kim. It should be super bouncy and like cool to the touch. Okay. So I have all these crazy things going on from my microneedling, and you can't even tell. You cannot even see it. And it is the power of knowing your colors, knowing how to tone, and how to color correct. And I can help you with that. So if you have any questions, whether you have melasma, redness, under eye darkness, I've even helped some ladies with birthmarks. Now, will this color correcting completely take them like totally away? No, it won't take it away, but it will definitely make it to where it's not the first thing that people see when they look at you. Like, I would rather people go, whoa, she's got beautiful eyes, or not like, oh gosh, what did she just have done? Her skin looks crazy, because mine looks absolutely crazy right now. So you got these little bumps, you guys? They're not bumps. I'm sorry. They're not raised and they're not textured. It's just, it's from the microneedling. And I don't know if it's because I just haven't had microneedling done in so long, but I'm just going to leave all that just like that. I think I went back over it with the sponge and took it away. That's why you got to be really careful about what you're doing. Does anybody have any questions about the NFL stuff? You guys are so funny. Like, everybody was like bombarding my inbox, and now y'all are super quiet. So I was going to do this on Monday, but I ended up keeping my kids home from school for just one more day so that they could fully recover. I thought Hadley was coming down with flu B, her little bestie at school. Came down with it on Thursday, and then she just wasn't doing great. This little brush, I've done lots of reels on it already. It's a game changer. If you struggle with your under eye area, or you struggle, if you have under eye darkness, you know how important it is to keep that mascara off of the under eyes. I prefer a tubing mascara so that you don't have that transfer, but this is a super, super easy way to apply your lower lashes. And look, guys, like, I didn't do a ton of really anything. I did barely contour, barely anything on my eyes. I have like barely any makeup on. So let's talk briefly about that as well. Since y'all don't have any questions about the NFL, if y'all have some questions, let me know. I'll answer them. I did tell you guys that we got paid minimum wage, which was kind of wild because we were actually some of the higher paid, because we got paid hourly for practices, whereas some teams actually only paid their girls a flat fee for the game. So I know my girlfriend in the who cheered for the NBA, they got like $50 a game. So really and truly, you guys, like, by the end of the season, and by the time it was tax time, you owed money. So like a lot of times we paid, did you hear? Which is wild considering these players and their salaries, which, you know, I know that some cheerleaders have made a stink about it in the media and stuff, which I do think, I mean, it's a lot of hard work. People do not realize what goes into it. If you were wondering, this is one of my all-time favorite. It is Makeup Forever, and it is in the color Anywhere Caffeine. It is the most beautiful nude. I think it's like the most natural nude that anybody can wear. What else? I have too many topics going on in my head right now. This is the problem. So comment NFL if you want links to my color match or anything that I used today. Krista, hello. Krista just recently joined my Remon team and she's killing it. She is amazing. And I love her. Let's see, what else is going on? Did I miss any questions? Did anybody have any questions regarding the NFL? Okay. What a different, yes, you guys, color correcting is crazy and it can completely change the way you look at stuff and it will enhance your makeup so much. Hey girl. What was the other thing that I wanted to tell you guys? How much we got paid. So we got paid really well for like, oh my gosh, y'all, my brain is shot today for some reason. We got paid really well for, like community service stuff. Some stuff was volunteer, but like if a company hired us to come in, at an appearance, we got paid really good. It was like $150 an hour back then, 21 years ago, which as a college student, that was like, what? That was, a whole shift of waiting tables or bartending for me. So I try to do as many of those as possible. Sometimes, and a lot of times our community service was also volunteered work, which I actually really loved. And I think that's why I loved the makeup aspect of this too, because what a lot of people don't know about me is that I started this business color matching young ladies in person. And my favorite, I love sharing your info. Yay! My favorite was color matching like women that were in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s, because they would I would do their makeup and I would hand them a mirror and they would look at it and sometimes tears of joy would come. Hi from Norway. Love makeup, girl. You're in the right place. So do I. These women would just like have tears in their eyes or welled up and just be like, oh my gosh, at this age, I'd given up on makeup. I never thought that I would feel beautiful again. Like this has just given me life. Like that's how I actually started in this business, was doing makeup in person. And I really think that my NFL career led to that because I loved going into the community. That's me, you're in your 70s. I'm telling you, never give up on makeup. Whatever you do that makes you feel more confident and more beautiful is what you need to do. I will tell you, again, if you were on the beginning of this live, if you saw my skin just 10 minutes ago, like the other day when I had this microneedling done, that's why I said in my stories, I will beat up anybody who says that makeup does not change our confidence, because that is pure garbage. It does. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel better about the way you look. And when you feel better about the way you look, your confidence is higher. You are more productive. You're nicer. You're all the things. And I literally wanted to crawl in a hole the other day after I got my microneedling done. But I promised Hadley that we would go to Target and get her Valentine's little things for her classroom. I did not even think about me looking like a scary person walking into the Target. What bronzer do you have that's not too warm? Okay, so Krista, what bronzer do I love is not too warm? That's hard because most bronzers, the point of bronzer is to bring that warmth to the skin. Today I used Bella, but I mixed Bella and June along with our Remon Daily BB Aqua to give my skin that like luscious, beautiful glow. I mixed all three of these and put it on all over because of all the redness and all of the microneedling marks that I have all over my face. And it did beautiful. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, you can even see, like, you can still see some of the redness on my neck and whatnot, but I'm not too worried about it. Everything that I was self-conscious about is now like basically covered. But Krista, depending upon your skin, so I'm more on like the fair side. I wear Athens as my main highlight. I tend to gravitate towards tan lines in the wintertime. And then I love Bella. So this is tan lines. So any bronzer is going to be a little bit warm because it's supposed to give you that nice natural. And then I love Bella for summertime. And then of course we've got Xanadu, which is the newest bronzer that actually has glow illuminator mixed into it. It's this, but just a tad bit lighter because it's got the illuminator, but it's so beautiful. So this is what I wear in the summer. I mean, I'm sorry, in the wintertime. And this is what I like to bronze with in the summertime when I've got a little bit more color, but I really, really work not to get color on my face. So if I have like a spray tan or something, I will even everything out with a bronzer. But, I don't know what I was talking about. Squirrel. So if you are new to this makeup, if you know nothing about this, this is a all-in-one compact that is 100% customized to you. There are starter kits that you can save like 20% on, but everything is magnetic. So whenever you're done with something, you just pop it out, throw it away. And then these little bad boys, they don't cost much at all. Oh, you know what? Let's put a little bit of an illuminator on. Why not? Because then you're not, you know, when you go to like Target or your local drugstore and you grab, you know, like maybe some eyeshadows, there's always one that you love and then the others that you might not necessarily use at all. And it's such a waste because you end up throwing away so much. This is just so perfect. It's so easy to travel with. And like I said, you just pop the colors in and out. I can build you a customized one of these, or you can join, you can start off with one of our starter kits and I can suggest what color. I'm hoping they come out with more BB colors. Yes, so Rimmon will be coming out with more BB colors, but you know, when you put this on, it looks light. I actually posted this in my reel today too. It looks light, but it actually it takes on the color of your skin. And you'll see it's got this beautiful iridescent glow to it. And I, funny enough, put this on over my makeup in that reel and it was stunning. So you see that? So it's still the color of my skin. It just has this beautiful hydrated glow to it. And this is full of niacinamides. What else does it has? Vitamin C, niacinamides. It's just packed full of really, really good stuff for your skin. I love it. And it, like I said, it just gives you that beautiful like glow, overall. But isn't that beautiful? They will be coming out, Rimmon will be coming out with more colors for this, as well as the cushion, which I'm really excited about, because if you've never used a cushion before, this thing is like next level. I'm going to watch. I missed a lot. Oh, that's awesome. Hi, Kim. My friend Kim is on. Yay. You missed all of the good stuff. I covered all my crazy microneedling. We talked a little bit about NFL. And if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm going to run. We do have a 1 o'clock Zoom that I need to jump on. Plus I got to go get my kiddos here in a bit. But if you are interested, just comment the word NFL. I can get you started with this amazing little compact, personalized to you. Or like I said, you can save some money and get started with a starter kit. Or I can also help you with, if you have any questions regarding Rimmon. I know there was a lot of Rimmon questions on here. So, just keep them coming. If you're watching on their replay, just hashtag replay so I know. And feel free to drop all your questions. Drop your questions about the NFL. I kind of just hit the ones that were the most common that I got. The Super Bowl experience was just next level. I wish that I could turn back time and go and do it all over again. It was just an incredible week. It was actually while I was in college, like I said, so I missed a lot of school, which my mom didn't love, but we knew that it was an opportunity of a lifetime. I would have never gone to Super Bowl ever otherwise. Those tickets are like, they get scalped and, oh, good. We got a thumbs up, all the things. So if you have any questions regarding cheerleading in the NFL, pop them here. I will be more than happy to answer them. It's kind of fun. I love to hear what kind of questions people have about it too. It is a lot of work. That's all I will say. I love this little things from Saint. I've always talked about lash combs. I really like this one. It's nice and small and compact too. So comment the word NFL if you want any of the links or to anything that I used today. You guys, that was super short and sweet, simple, to the point. I showed you guys how I kind of toned all over, color corrected, because I do have a lot going on underneath here with my face, and I am going to put some before and afters. I'm super glowy because I am very, very hydrated because I was peeling this morning and I knew I needed to put on makeup. So that's it. Y'all have an awesome day. Let me know how I can help you. And also, I would love to know what times work well for you guys for lives. I feel like a lot of people are at work, probably need to do some on the weekends and at night, but I have so many people that ask questions that want to be a part of lives, and I just haven't found that like money spot for time wise for you guys. So let me know. Love you guys. Mean it. Saint is dropping, at 12 o'clock. So 54 minutes ago, the Valentine's bundles dropped with Saint. Oh man, I should have talked about those. But I don't have all the colors because the new contours haven't arrived yet. So, okay, just stay tuned. We'll do that next. Y'all let me know a couple things. What times work well for you guys for Zooms? And if you have any questions regarding the NFL, I'm happy to answer those. And then comment NFL if you want any of the links that I used today. Okay, mwah. Leave you guys. Oh, good. Krista, you ordered. Yay. Oh, girl, you are going to love, love, love it. Okay. Check out my stories. I will have before and afters. Y'all are going to be shocked at what this face looks like. Okay. Bye, guys. Have a great day.